Season 5 of Tough as Nails is well underway now, getting calluses on the hands and celebrating the blue-collar values of the everyday American. It's a different kind of show where one winner is crowned, but nobody goes home. So here on the stream, we are the real winners today, because joining us right now is host and showrunner Phil Keoghan. So Phil, a new friend of the stream, good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me back. You know, I had a fantastic visit to Chicago earlier in the year. Got to go to the Chicago Fire Department. You want to talk about tough as nails? Those guys are extremely tough. Yes, Tough as Nails, we're back. 2 episodes a week. It's kind of like a mini binge because we're on Friday nights and we're on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. And we really get to obviously show off the season very, very quickly. This season we headed to Canada. We went to a place called Hamilton, which is known as the Hammer. Steel Town. Our first 4 seasons were in Los Angeles, but it's really wonderful to be in a different location. And we allowed Canadians to compete, so we actually have 4 Canadians in the cast. So this is the best of the best in their chosen trade, not just from America, but also from Canada. So the best of the best in North America. As you said, on Tough as Nails, we have an individual competition.
Is everybody ready to get to work?
Toughest of them all. But we're also looking for, we also have a team competition. So anybody who punches out of the individual competition stays to compete in the team competition, and there's lots of money to be made. So everybody stays, nobody goes home, and everybody goes home with money in their pocket, which we think is important.
What have you learned about resilience and perseverance from the folks who are on the show? Because they're put under some pretty grueling challenges and experiences.
Well, the challenges on Tough as Nails have been called the toughest on any reality competition show. So you've got somebody like Akila this season, who is from Minneapolis, and she is a firefighter, but also a world champion jiu-jitsu fighter. Pound for pound, probably our toughest competitor. What I've found is that these men and women, they have no give up. I mean, they are just so strong mentally, physically. Tough as Nails is about that strength, endurance, agility, mental toughness, life skills. I love that it's a balance of all of those different things. They come from all walks of life. They've come from construction sites. And these are people that, to me, have not had a chance to be in the spotlight. We're all fascinated with celebrity. I get that. But what about real people in real life who are real tough? The ones that go to work every single day, get up at 4:30 year after year after year, and go and do all the hard jobs that allow us to live the lives that we live. This show is about honoring those people.
I love that. I think in this world, in this era of like the social media culture where we're all just posting all the time, the show does showcase people who are just driven, hardworking people, like you said, getting up at 4:30 in the morning. That in and of itself is difficult. Obviously, we know TV can be a bit of a downer too. So do you feel like the show sort of serves as an antidote to what you're seeing, you know, We Are the News, but on the news sometimes with really difficult stories?
You know, one of the things I love about Tough as Nails, we have a thing called drive time, which is where we record our competitors driving to and from the job site. We have them compete at real job sites, you know, so it's not a studio set, and we don't build sets. We take them to quarries, we take them to orchards, we take them to shipyards. They go to real job sites to compete. But going there and coming back in the van, we record this thing called drive time, which is just people talking. And there's so many great conversations that happen to and from work every single day, and we capture that. And those moments with them talking with remoted cameras, some of those moments are some of my favorite, because there is conflict sometimes on the show, but what I love is there's always a resolution. They don't walk away from the whole thing angry. And we have really interesting conversations about real things that are affecting people every single day, people that are living paycheck to paycheck, people who are struggling because of a physical challenge and having to go to a job site and being physical and putting food on their table. So I love those moments, and I think it's just an insight into, yes, we have this fascination with celebrity, and we want to have the big mansion, and what are they wearing, and who are they dating, and all of that. I get that. But this is a real insight into real people in real life who are real tough, who are dealing with real world problems. And we get to live with them for a period of time and get a little more insight and maybe an appreciation that when you're going down the road and you see some iron worker way up high, 20 stories off the ground, building something, that maybe we have a little bit more of an appreciation for those men and women who are prepared to go do those jobs, or the people who are prepared to run into a burning building, like I mentioned, the people from the Chicago Fire Department. They are literally willing to risk their lives to save ours, and that's pretty remarkable stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Phil, as we wrap up, one really quick question for you. Now that you've had some time to reflect on your time with our anchor, Joe Donlin, how tough is he? How tough was he out there?
He is a tough guy. I'm telling you, he's very physical, and we had the best time hanging out. I mean, when I come back to Chicago, I'm hoping I get some time to go out and have a meal with him. But I really enjoyed my time. We had a lot of laughs. I think both of us walked away with a great appreciation for the men and the women of the Chicago Fire Department. They were so inviting with both of us. And we gave each other a bit of banter. I don't know how it happened, but he ended up with the chief jacket, and I ended up with some other jacket that wasn't a chief at all. I think that was manipulated just because he was a local. But we had a great time, and an awesome guy. The guy, he's tough. He's tough.
Well, great. Knowing Joe and now knowing you, I can understand where one thing would lead to another, and you guys would both end up in those jackets. So, yeah. Phil, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chicago, for watching Tough as Nails. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.